Wisconsin up next, but New York, the biggest prize in April. Donald Trump leading his home state with 56%. That's an important number because New York's winner take all if you get more than 50% of the vote. Keep that in mind. Ted Cruz, John Kasich in a virtual tie for second. Governor Kasich on the probability of a contested convention just last hour here on America's Newsroom.
Ted Cruz has to win almost 90% of the delegates. Ain't going to happen. Zero chance. Trump has to win about 60%. He's not going to do it. And as this moves east, Pennsylvania, I'm running even with Trump. In New York, now that people are beginning to hear me, we're rising. It is a matter of accumulating delegates. And, Bill, we've had 10 contested Republican conventions. And do you know that of the 10 contested conventions, only 3 times has the delegate frontrunner actually been the nominee? 7 times it's been somebody else.
Wow. That from last hour, Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry live in New York City. Ed, good morning to you. Welcome back to Manhattan.
Good morning.
New polls are out. Yep. Tell us what they say and how significant they could be.
Well, you can see this poll from Quinnipiac on the Republican side, for example, that shows Donald Trump, hails from New York, obviously, has a very large lead, clearly over 50%. Cruz and John Kasich, Ted Cruz and John Kasich, basically in a dead heat around 19–20%. Why is that significant? As you just heard from John Kasich, this is a delegate game now, and Ted Cruz is ahead in Wisconsin over Donald Trump. Donald Trump trying to get that magic number to have enough delegates to clinch this before the convention. Here in New York, the delegates are awarded 3 per congressional district. If you get over 50% in the congressional district, you take all 3. If you're under 50 but win and are over 20%, you get 2 delegates. The second place finisher gets 1, third place 0. That's significant because if somehow Donald Trump can be held under that 50% threshold, then Cruz or Kasich could help deny him the magic number in the long run. But based on this Quinnipiac poll, it looks like here in New York, Donald Trump has a big enough lead that he could win 3 delegates per district in a lot of those congressional districts.
Now to the Democratic side. The Clintons are out in force in New York. They're trying to make the case, right, Ed?
The big time. And I mean, look at Quinnipiac and what they're saying on the Democratic side. Hillary Clinton has a lead, but not nearly as big as Donald Trump does on the Republican side. This is her adopted home state. She's up 12 over Bernie Sanders. He was born in Brooklyn, we should note, by the way. And so what is she doing? She's got Bill Clinton out here. He's going to be at this Union Hall behind me here in Manhattan in a short time. He's holding 4 events today all across New York City. Hillary Clinton in Westchester today, in Syracuse tomorrow. That makes 3 straight days that Hillary Clinton is campaigning in New York, even though Wisconsin is next. What's happening there? She's trailing in Wisconsin. Sanders may have yet another victory there and keep up the momentum. She's got to make sure she wins her home state. Representing this state for 8 years, she should be up maybe more than 12 points right now. She is trying to pour it on, get this ground game going, because she obviously can't lose her home state.
Yeah,
Bill?
That's true. Thank you, Ed Henry. Good to see you back in New York.